Did you know that every year thousands of workers are injured in arc flash and flash fire exposures? It's a fact. That's why workers in a wide array of industries need high-quality, flame-resistant clothing. And now another fact, one that you might not be aware of. The level of protection offered by an FR garment is largely determined by the quality of the fabric used to make it. In addition, fabric plays a critical role in comfort and shrinkage control. At Westex, we understand how complex it is to engineer a fabric that can support a true guarantee of flame resistance for the life of the garment. With tens of millions of yards shipped over 20 years, our ultra-soft and Endura brand fabrics have delivered on this guarantee under the harshest test conditions and, more importantly, in the field. There are many unseen details that go into the production of durable, flame-resistant cotton and cotton-blended fabrics. We've spent decades perfecting a highly technical proprietary FR fabric technology process that gives us complete control from start to finish. In fact, we're the only company that can produce FR fabric with all of the qualities that matter. Guaranteed flame resistance for the life of the garment, double shrunk technology, and superior softness. That's not a claim, it's a fact. And if you stay with me over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why. As I mentioned a moment ago, the three key qualities of superior FR fabric are guaranteed flame resistance, exceptional shrinkage control, and superior softness. Today, many companies are capable of making FR cotton or cotton-blended fabric that may offer one or possibly two of these qualities. But only Westex consistently excels at all three. That's because flame resistance, shrinkage control, and comfort are all connected. So for most companies, emphasizing one quality means de-emphasizing the others. Let me give you an example. Say you're an FR fabric producer that's focused on safety. Sounds like a good idea. After all, FR garments should be flame resistant no matter how many times they're washed. So you opt for a heavy application of FR polymer in an attempt to increase your fabric's flame resistance. The problem is, unless the fabric has been through a rigorous softening process, it will be too stiff for daily wear. And there's another downside. The stiffness makes properly pre-shrinking the garment nearly impossible. Now let's look at a different example. This time, you're an FR fabric producer focused on comfort. So you reduce the amount of FR polymer that you apply to the material. Now this allows the fabric to retain a softer feel while making it easier to pre-shrink. But now you have a new problem. Your fabric's FR properties can easily wash out. And that's something that you may not even realize until there's an accident. But Westex Ultra Soft is engineered to deliver all the qualities that you want without sacrificing. That's what makes it so unique. So how do we do it? We'll show you in our next segment. Westex FR fabric is different than anything else on the market for one simple reason. It's engineered to be. After weaving and dyeing, most FR fabric producers complete their manufacturing process in just 4 or 5 basic steps. Westex, on the other hand, uses a complex 15-step process to ensure the highest quality results. Let's take a look. We provide strict, custom-engineered specifications to our fabric partners for the construction of the base material. Our ultra-soft fabrics in particular are specially woven to position abrasion-resistant nylon fibers on the fabric face and soft cotton fibers toward the wearer. We then use proprietary preparation steps to ready our fabric for both the dyeing and the FR engineering process. Our fabrics are dyed right here in the U.S. using only the highest quality dyes to ensure optimal light fastness and color fastness performance. At this point, our special pre-treatment finish is applied before the FR engineering begins. Our fabric is then processed using custom-engineered equipment specifically designed to produce high-quality FR fabrics. To start off the FR engineering process, a flame-retardant chemical is applied to the fabric. penetrating into the cotton fibers. The fabric is then dried to a specific moisture content and polymerized with gaseous ammonia. This reaction creates a long-chain polymer matrix that is part of the cotton structure. We follow this with additional steps focused on oxidation, washing, drying the fabric, and then testing the product. And then we do it all again. Why? Because repeating our FR engineering steps provides much deeper penetration and more even distribution of the FR polymer. This allows Westex to issue a guarantee of flame resistance for the life of the garment, even after multiple launderings under some of the harshest wash procedures in the industry. The market-proven guarantee is why Westex Ultrasoft and Endura brand fabrics have competed effectively with synthetic options like Nomex for over 2 decades. Of course, this intensive FR engineering process can leave the fabric stiff, so we've also developed a proprietary multi-step process for softening. This involves a unique balance of chemical and mechanical procedures, including technologically advanced equipment that requires several hours to slowly soften each yard of fabric. Unlike other softening techniques, this process doesn't compromise the strength of the fabric, nor does it affect the flame resistance. The next phase is pre-shrinking. Now, it's a fact that the same FR polymer that provides the durable flame resistance of our fabric also cause the fabrics to be much more difficult to pre-shrink than regular cotton or cotton-blended fabrics. But our proprietary double-shrunk technology meets this challenge head-on. Far superior to anything else on the market, it uses proprietary mechanical technology to compress fibers for greater shrinkage control. In fact, it is so effective that our fabrics actually grow after the initial laundering. Another key component of the Westex manufacturing process is testing. Now, that's why we have our own government-certified laboratory, which administers a full battery of tests throughout each production lot. We not only retain physical samples and lab reports from every lot, but we can also provide complete traceability from base material to final inspection. In addition, Westex commits a significant budget to ongoing certification and testing at respected independent laboratories. Finally, we stand behind every yard of our fabrics and offer comprehensive technical assistance before and after the sale. But we don't just believe that our manufacturing process yields a better FR product. We have the test results to prove it. And we'll look at them in our final segment. Today, there are a lot of manufacturers that claim their FR fabrics perform as well as Westex Ultrasoft. Most even have certificates saying they comply with industry standards. And while that may seem compelling, it's important to remember that the standards only cover the minimum performance criteria on one sample at one point in time. Real-world conditions are often much more demanding, and consistently producing every yard with the same level of performance can be a challenge. So we decided to conduct a battery of wash tests to see how these FR fabrics actually stack up to our market-leading Ultrasoft line. We washed all the garments using our own Westex 87 wash formula, which goes beyond industry standards. It accounts for the extreme variability of real-world laundry conditions, including harsh industrial processes. It was the use of this formula that helped prove to the market 20 years ago that our Endura fabrics could go toe-to-toe with synthetics like Nomex. Our wash test compared Westex Ultrasoft to several American and foreign-made cotton-blended FR fabrics. The results were eye-opening. Let's look first at how well the fabrics in our test retain their FR properties after laundering. As you can see, Ultrasoft continued to be flame resistant even after 100 intense industrial washes. But other cotton and cotton-blended FR fabrics, including those made in the U.S., were no longer flame resistant after as few as 25 or 50 washings. In general, fabrics made in Asia had the poorest performance, with some losing their FR properties in fewer than 10 industrial washes. Now, let's look at shrinkage. Keep in mind that a garment that shrinks 7 to 8% or more loses the equivalent of an entire size. That's like a large becoming medium. This level of shrinkage can cut garment wear life in half, dramatically increasing the cost of an FR clothing program. In our tests, Ultra Soft shrunk by no more than 6%, even after 100 industrial washings. On the other hand, some fabrics lost a full size in as few as 5 washes. And by 25 to 50 washes, all had shrunk by at least 1 full size, some by over 2 sizes. Finally, let's check out the results for comfort. Also called hand, this is determined by the stiffness of the fabric. Several of the fabrics we tested had a moderate or stiff hand, and as we discussed in our last segment, that makes them extremely difficult to pre-shrink. So it should be no surprise that these fabrics shrunk rapidly, making them unwearable. As for the fabrics with the soft hand, they were certainly more comfortable, but they also lost their flame resistance in just a few washes. And that's a trade-off that most companies don't want to accept. At the end of the day, Westex Ultra Soft was the only fabric that continued to deliver a true guarantee of flame resistance for the life of the garment, even in the toughest laundering conditions, as well as excellent shrinkage control and superior softness. Being able to combine all 3 of these characteristics into one FR fabric truly sets us apart from the competition. Even more importantly, we've been able to achieve these results on every lot of fabric that we produce. Uncompromising quality and superior consistency. That's what we mean by the Westex Difference. So, if you want a protective clothing program without any sacrifices, there's really just one choice. Specify Westex by name. Anything else is a compromise.